So I guess for each of you, you could answer it. Just senior day, last home game, emotions, feel, start and go all the way through. What'd you think?
It's very emotional. Families came today, so playing in front of them is very important, and just having one last go at it, and just being in the moment, being in the present, and just facing a new challenge, winning the game.
Yeah, emotions were felt. I'm not gonna talk too much because I already had my little emotional spell yesterday. But I just was so grateful to come into Mountaineer Nation and be accepted. So it felt really good tonight, and to come out with the win too.
Yeah, just kind of piggybacking on what they saying. Emotions were definitely high, especially for me. But just being able to, play in the Collie one last time and coming out with the dub, that was all that really mattered to me.
Jayla, you've obviously, 4 years, you've been, so it's almost like you, even though you were a transfer, it's almost like you had your career here. I think this is going to end up as like maybe the second most as far as attendance for the season for our women's program. Can you just kind of talk about how, did you guys kind of notice the crowds getting bigger as the season wore on, and did that ever become a, topic of discussion among you guys at all?
Yeah, for sure. I think that, women's basketball is starting to kind of get the light that it deserves, and I think that people are starting to notice it. And just knowing that, being in a city like Morgantown where, there are so many fans that, love the athletes and love to show that support, and seeing them actually showing up for us is really eye-opening, and, we're really appreciative of that.
Over the course of your 4 years, though, you probably remember some games where there was maybe, not obviously not that many. What was that like going through that? And then, these last few games when there's, 2,000, 3,000 people in there.
Yeah, I think just, seeing the progress that's been made over time, it's been very eye-opening. And, we're really appreciative, and, we try to do what we can, get out in the community, do community service, and, try to, let people know that they should come and see us just for the people we are and not just for, what we can do on the court. So I think that's really paid off in the end.
Jayla, they cut to 10 points in the fourth quarter. You get the layup, and then in 3 to go up 15. You let out a big smile after that 3. Was it relief that it went down, that you were able to stop their run?
Yeah, we didn't want them to, get going, and we wanted to really just kind of keep the lead and be able to close this game out right, and I think we were able to do that in the end.
Tabby, what was it like preparing for a player like Sedona Prince and somebody down low?
It was kind of hard, I think, just height-wise, but we had some good practice players that really emulated her well, and I think that really prepared us for her fadeaway hook shot. So we just, it was hard, but we managed.
Mark talked about the defense at the end. He said they told you guys that you're playing good enough defense to hold, even if the offense wasn't generating a lot. We talked about Jayla's shot. Lauren, your steal right before that, and that led to a basket in transition, was a big momentum swing. How does it feel, and how important is it to make that big play on defense when the offense is struggling?
Yeah, I think, we started the game off. I think we turned them over 10 times the first quarter, and that's when our offense was flowing. So we know that we have to create offense to our defense. So I was just honing down on making a defensive stop to create that offense.
Kind of on that note as well, you all held TCU without a point for like 10 minutes there in the first half. Are you all aware of that? Is that's kind of building, and then how is that something that's discussed at any point between you all?
Yeah, I think we had talked about it actually before the game, because I know we held Cincinnati and Houston to 0 points, and so we were just trying to get back. We've had a couple of games where we strayed away from turning people over, so we were like, let's like strive to hold them to 0 points the first quarter. So.
Jayla, what's the moment like for you whenever JJ goes down and, it's your next one up and you got to kind of fill in her role? What was that like?
It was scary because I didn't know if she was okay or not at the time, but, just being able to be ready and just making sure that we stayed focused because, JJ's down, so we have to kind of step up and be able to fill big shoes.
Jay, is there, last year you guys got to this point and you're getting ready to go into the Big 12 and you guys were basically still kind of a bubble team. This year it's different, right? I mean, you're going into Kansas City, win, lose, draw, you just talk about the differences mentally, being a bubble team as opposed to being a team that, you're going to go to the NCAAs regardless?
I think that, we want to be in charge of our own destiny. And I think that, going out every single game and playing like, it could be your last game is just and playing to our standard is what's going to help us get further in the postseason and just not going in and just kind of settling. Because, you want to be a higher seeds, you can get a chance to go further in the tournament. So just playing to our standard.
Question, one more for me. So Kansas City next. You guys have now gone through the entire conference. So Lauren, start with you. Just what's the Big 12 tournament going to be like? What do you expect? Not just necessarily for you guys, but just the tournament as a whole and how competitive it's going to be.
I think today was a good game for us to get back on track, and give us momentum going into the tournament. So I think our mindset just going in is like, one game at a time and just surviving and advancing.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.